What is going on, guys? We are back with another rebuild today on Madden 21, and today is, well, I wouldn't say a special day, but we're rebuilding a team on a Monday instead of the hectic Sunday rebuild where you just slap it in and there's so many games and nobody knows, are they going to watch the rebuild, are they going to watch the NFL games, are they going to do both at the same time? Instead, we're going to have a Ravens rebuild. Got to put air quotes because, you know, where are the Ravens now? That's kind of the question today, so you can watch it now. Watch the Ravens later, assuming that doesn't get canceled, which it could, potentially. You know, could have done a Seattle or a Philadelphia one, but we already did those teams, so it is what it is. Here we are, with an 83 overall Ravens team, sitting at 6-4, facing the undefeated Pittsburgh Steelers. This is what the roster looks like. Willie Snead should be quite a bit up there, I would imagine. Dobbins as a starter, because, I mean, it doesn't really matter. Just put in who you want. I don't know if Orlando Brown's injured. I think he is, kinda. But it be what it be, yo. Of course, tight ends. Got Nick Boyle, who's a superstar, which is sure something. Blocking, probably. Yeah, blocking. And then Mark Andrews, obviously one of the better tight ends in the league this season. O-line's got some pieces missing, but it's okay when they're healthy. Look at the defensive side of things. Patrick Queen, obviously a guy that the Packers should have drafted. Nothing to do with the Ravens at all, but my inner Packers fans like, I gotta mention it. Of course, corners, they've got talent, but outside of Humphrey, there is a bit of age here, which is ironic because they've got a guy named Young. Yannick Ngakoue was traded from the Vikings after he was traded from the Jaguars, so who knows what's going on there. Deshaun Elliott, star development, Young, I'm happy. And then Clark, Young, but not very great in dev. Levine also not very good in dev and old. And that's pretty much it. That's all you really need to know. Lamar Jackson, he's kind of been playing a little rough this season, but he's still good at Madden, and that's all that matters for a rebuild. Of course, you know selling out is important. I don't remember if I mentioned it, but likely going to be a stream tonight on twitch.tv/Jeromepkr. Play Bulldogs franchise and something on the PS5, I would imagine. Of course, on twitch.tv/Jeromepkr. And if you're, you haven't followed there and you're going to, or if you already have, maybe leave a like here. Subscribe if you're new here. And that's about it. Twitch.tv, twitter.com/Jeromepkr. That's another important one. Regardless, let's get into it if you haven't already clicked off because I've ruined your night. All right, looking at these re-signings, I do not think we'll be signing any of these players to any sort of contract. The money is out of this world in a bad way. Yannick Ngakoue is young, but I don't think he's worth a 6-year, $85 million deal. 83 finesse, $9K per upgrade. I'm going to be honest, I don't see it. I just don't see it. That's a lot of money. Could see a tag, though. Let's see, 1 year, 20 would come out to 4 year, 80. That money isn't great in that sense. It's a tough one. Yannick is an 81, though. I really don't know what you can do with that. How much money do we have? I'll give it to him, I guess. Oh, okay, dude. Maybe not. Maybe not. That's a sign. That's a sign that we're going to regret this wholeheartedly later on. Sam Cook, even though it looks like Koch. Matthew Judon, I mean, not great either here, but I think we're going to move on. We're just going to see what happens and kind of wing it. I really don't know what to tell you. Veteran, oh, really? Calais is retiring. You haven't played that long. I mean, you have, but like at the same time, like, please don't retire, sir. Thank you. If I talk to Marlon, is he going to give us even more XP? Or morale? Max us out even more, buddy. I don't know if that worked or not, but like, I'll take it. Of course, the Steelers in this universe went on a huge losing streak, starting with Baltimore. Apparently, they think tomorrow Baltimore's going to knock them off the pedestal a little bit. We go to 11-5. The Browns are the only team better. Really good division, though, overall. This is what they look like. Looking at the Steelers, like we said, with a massive drop-off. 5 losses out of their last 6, apparently projected by EA Sports, Madden, NFL 21. I don't know why I said it like that. Lamar Jackson, 3,500 yards, 29 touchdowns, 11 picks. Rushing, Lamar Jackson, 624 touchdowns. So, like we said, a down season, nonetheless. Receiving, nothing really to note. Maybe Mark goes to superstar. That would be kind of lucky and a little bit of a reach to expect. Queen has a pretty damn good season. Judon, 9 sacks. And Ngakoue with 9. Calais with 8.5. Looking at the pick totals, Marlon had 4. Peters with 3. Pick numbers weren't great. Tucker, obviously, really solid. Duvernay with a kick return touchdown. That had to be real life, right? That had to be. I'm pretty sure I remember it. Don't quote me on that because it may have never happened and my brain might just be lying. Defensive Player of the Year for the AFC side, Marlon Humphrey. Patrick Queen, Defensive Rookie of the Year. Not bad. Where's Lamar? Ha, Ravens fans. Funny joke. Like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. There's other things too, but, you know, you'll figure it out. DJ Watt and Vince at the best linebacker spots. Interesting. Tucker, number 2 kicker. So we play the Buffalo Bills for the first and potentially only game of the postseason here. As far as Baltimore real life, I don't know. It's tough to say. Of course, this should be a game that I suppose Buffalo should have the advantage on. But Lamar can run. So, I mean, at the same time, you would think that would probably give them the ultimate advantage. I don't know how you stop Lamar in a snow game, as long as he gets his footing at least. 13-3 at half, not a bad score. Buffalo does have a pretty good defense, so what can you say? Their offense isn't too shabby either, you know. They're like the Bears, but they actually have somewhat of an offense, basically. 27-6 is going to be the score. It's funny I say somewhat of an offense, and they literally could do nothing against us. Not that we were much better. Lamar Jackson did nothing, basically, in the past game. Rushing game was okay. Dobbins was okay. Gus Edwards with 2 rushing touchdowns. Receivers, obviously, no touchdowns. Sack totals for Ngakoue, Wolf, and Campbell combined for 2. Kicking, Tucker 4 for 4. What a beautiful game, especially in the snow. The hero, the legend, the best kicker of all time, basically. Not even basically, actually. If you could transport Tucker back in time, forget one kicker ever winning MVP. You've heard of one, like several. Okay, we get it, Marlon. He's retiring. Jeez, I mean, we knew about this. Isn't that what you talked to me about? No? I don't even know. But, of course, the ultimate matchup. The matchup everyone's always booking off of work for. Oh, I've got COVID. I can't come in. I know I should be making jokes about it, but a lot of people have been taking advantage of it. I ain't gonna lie. There's a lot of people out there taking advantage of it. I got to watch this game. I mean, I'm sick. I've got to get tested. I'm not going in, you know? Like, on the other side, Chicago and Seattle, I'm going to be honest with you, dog. I don't have much high hopes for that one. I don't see that happening. Chicago? I don't know. I mean, they could, but I don't think so. 10-0 to start the first. Of course, with Mahomes, you know it's not going to be long before they score, and there it is. Pull out the red carpet. The Chiefs' offense has arrived. 19-17, please, offense. You're literally making it too easy on them. There you go. Not a bad little drive. Let's slow it down. Up by nothing, but that could change here. Field goal from Tucker. 3-point lead, but of course Mahomes and company are moving the ball at an expert rate. 1 minute left. I kind of want to come in because they're just blowing this. I didn't really get to use much of Lamar, you know? I'm just going to be honest. Honest Ngakoue. I don't know. Throw it away. Yeah, Escape Artist is good, but it's not as good as it used to be. So, I mean, it's good, but still, I'm just saying. We already said he's the greatest of all time. He doesn't need to prove anything anymore. Okay, yay. Relax. Got time. We got 3 timeouts. Give us a second. Give us 1 second. Just give us the second we require. Thank you. You can't tell me Baltimore doesn't deserve to win this. They were in a great spot before we stepped out. Here it is. The question of the day. Did they even attempt the field goal? Oh, it was apparently blocked, which is, I mean, super unrealistic, but here we are. I mean, they said blocked, so I guess the Chiefs' special teams is one of the greatest of all time. What a punt by Cook. Unfortunately, we're going to lose here. I don't know how you block, a chip shot field goal like that, but hey, congrats to them. They're going to win on the most unlikeliest scenario ever. That special teams for Baltimore absolutely choked. Looking at all the numbers, I mean, they did have better passing numbers, but our rushing numbers were better. So, I mean, it wasn't by much. It was a close game, and that blocked field goal literally meant it all. I can't believe a blocked field goal from, what was it? They blocked an extra point, too? Are they on Crystal? Oh, we're just going to block everything. I'm sick and tired of that. The blocks are so high in the game. How many block kicks and extra points have there been this year? It can't be many. Next, you're going to tell me I'm going to get blocked on the onside or on the kickoff. oh, I, coach, I promise you, man, I did everything I could. Sorry, we couldn't make it happen. We owe Calais an apology. I'm like, relax, dude. Only one team out of 32 can win. Calm down. You know, Calais will understand. Or if not, he'll eat you. So, I mean, either way, you don't really gotta worry. As far as DevUps go, the sadness extends to the Super Bowl as Mark Andrews does not go to the superstar dev that we wanted. Judon goes to superstar. Speaking of superstars, it really doesn't change much for me, though. I still think he's just not worth the money. And that's pretty much it. We didn't get a single dev up. It's just simply put. Super Bowl between the Raiders and the Packers. I get Derek Carr has been playing better football, and I just don't see the Raiders. I really don't see the Packers either. But Packers win a super skillful, fun matchup in the Super Bowl that I know everyone would love to watch. And I was lied to. Calais Campbell is still here. Nice. Way to go, liars. Actual liars. We still got a chance. There we go. As far as defense goes, pass rushers up there. I just don't think Yannick is worth the money. I just don't. Can we do like a 1 year 17 fully gear? Like, I just don't know what I want to do because, like, Yannick's okay. But, like, I just don't think he's going to play that. I want to play for a new team. Oh, well, hello to the salary, the franchise tag to you. Welcome to the tag. Unfortunate for him. I mean, totally fair. I hope he enjoys. That's bad. 14 mil. He wanted, like, 17 or 18. Yikes. As far as Sam Cook goes, obviously you've seen that punt. You've seen the damn punt. He's coming back. How much money do you want, Sam? You've played your whole career here, and we gave you a very fair, near $4 million deal, and you said, sorry, I'd like to play for a new team, because I would love to play for a team that constantly punts, so my old-ass leg can fall off, and then I'll be a cripple. I'm sorry, that was very harsh. I don't know where that came from. And how is Pernell McPhee back in Baltimore? What's going on? All right, so 66 mil to work with. Of course, we did lose some names, but we saved, you know, a few of the big names that we did need to keep. Where is the guy? Was Willie Snead on the list? Did he retire? I don't know, but Duvernay's number 2. Marquise Brown is not developing as, you know, Baltimore fans would like. And then the offensive line has a tight end at center. So, as you can see, things are going the wrong way. But hopefully we can flip that frown upside down. Cornerbacks, not bad. Free safety set. D-line, there's a lot of questions on this team in general. Let's see who we can get in free agency. Maybe a guard would be delectable. Juju Smith-Schuster to the division rivals. I'm not saying it's not going to happen. I feel like Juju has seen some things in Pittsburgh. He knows what's fair and what's unfair. So I don't know. Maybe we give a contract over to Marcus Williams or Mr. Desmond King. I mean, there's options here. I just don't know, A, who would want to join us, and B, who's worth paying, because I don't know exactly how ready we are. Sheldon Rankins for a 3-year? I guess. I don't know. There's a lot of questions. Let's see. All right, we got some contracts offered. We got our punter back. We got AJ Green added. Darius Geis, no to Rankins, no to King, but yes to Juju Smith-Schuster. As far as all the players go, I mean, wide receiver is not the craziest, toughest thing to get. I just don't think that Marquise Brown is really built to be the number 1. I will say there's questions that, you know, Juju Smith-Schuster, is he built to be the number 1? But at the end of the day, I think he is physically built to be number 1 rather than Marquise. Durability issues there. I feel like Marquise underneath would be more deadly than, you know, having him as the number 1 target pretty much every play. But that also takes away a little bit of a burden from us on the draft. What picks do we have? 27. Okay, so no 3rd round pick, no 7th round pick. Maybe we get 1 or 2 good players here. I don't know what we should draft. Best available as always, but mainly looking for D-line, I'd say. We did add some extra talent. No to Carl Joseph, no to Hankins, but we got Kawan Short, we got Gary and Connolly, we got Guyton, we got Mariota, who seems like the perfect backup, and unfortunately we did not get Justin Houston. Lamar Jackson, I think no matter what, you have to pay him anyways, so I might as well get it out of the way now. Might be able to save like 5 mil or 3 to 5 mil overall, which kind of cuts into that deficit anyways. The, the tag deficit here. Herndon, Elfline, and Tyus Bowser. Well, Bowser doesn't accept the rest do, though. Not bad. We got a couple of names. All right, we're in the draft. I think we have a pass rusher around 18 or 19. Well, he's a late first, but I think you have to go around 18 or 19 to, like, make a play. We didn't go with a real class because we wouldn't have had the scouting points. And more importantly, we are the Ravens. There's not really much we could have gotten from the real class anyways. I know, technically, maybe we should just for the other teams, but those are going to be pretty unrealistic anyways. Like, I don't know what certain teams are going to be picking. I don't know if that's the Jaguars with 2 first-rounders or not, but if not, that means they're picking super late here, which just isn't going to happen in real life. But I think, like I said, 18 or 19. We have another guy later, so if it, worst comes to worst. But I'm going to trade up, I think, to the Cardinals here. They need an outside linebacker too, so yeah, this might be the best call. We give him pick 27 and 123 this with Ingram for 19. We're also going to be giving them a 5th and 6th next year on top of it. So we move all the way up to 19 for a pass rusher. Oh, who's this? That guy does look super talented, but this pass rusher on the edge, I think, is technically more important. Because as of right now, we have no one there, but on the D-line, we do have some old guys that can start. Walt Hitchens just looks too good. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say he looks too good not to grab, but the finesse is insane, and more importantly, the combine report is really good. I mean, it's all about luck, because some of those other skills are a little rough. Tackle and pursuit is rough, but we're going for it. And at minimum, we at least got star, which is a win. 86 speed, 91 excel. That speed is way lower than it should be. It should be minimum 88, maybe even 87 at the very lowest. A little raw, but pure finesse with speed, solid pick. As far as our next pick goes, early 3rd, Timmy Bradford looks pretty good. Probably worthy of a trade up as well. We have Ben Hurst, meh. Free safety, Zach Davis, not bad. We have wide receiver Clarence James. Don't need a wide receiver. His tight end looks really good, but once again, we have Mark Andrews. Probably don't need a tight end. Bryson Lowry. He looks good, but I don't think we're going to be able to get him. There's so many players here that look all right. I just don't think we're going to be able to make a play. I really don't. It's just rough. Isaiah Aldridge, 73 overall. Okay, same as our guy, but obviously a D end rather than anything else. That left guard just went. Honestly, as much as that corner, I should have canceled. I don't understand why they don't let you pause, by the way. It's so stupid. The other corners there, though, Ben Hurst. I just don't think we need corner that much. The safety's combine grade looks good, but skills, I mean, they're lacking a little bit. I can't lie. Let's put the punter down here. I think the DT might be our next pick. DT/guard. Like, we just don't have a lot to work on, so I just can't really, if we don't trade down, I just don't feel like we're going to get proper value. We trade a second, late second this, and 2 7ths next for 91 and 99. I feel like they won that trade, I'm going to be honest. A mid 4th and a late 4th. I'm going to be honest, they both might be gone. We're going to risk it, though. That DT would kind of suck to lose, which he probably will be gone. The DT is gone, but the guard's not. Marquise Teague, he's good enough to take. And I lied, he's not good enough to take. He's dog crap. I'm not going to say the other one. Free safety, right end. I mean, we don't really need the outside linebacker anymore. Kinda. I mean, we kind of do at the same time. This guy's bad. Was this guy bad? Late 7th, I'll keep him on the list. Tight end, Lance Roberts. I mean, best available pick, but it's a position we don't really need. Safety isn't even really that big of a need. Screw, we're going to go Zach Davis. Risk it. I am really starting to piss myself off, honestly. I really hope that pass rush is good because I wouldn't say we choked the draft because we had a bad pick. There wasn't that much talent there, but still, we could have done better. And we're going to trade this down for hopefully like a desperate team's 4th. Hello, Oakland. Well, Las Vegas now. I was almost worried that it was like kind of like Washington football team if you say the R word. I thought it was a racism. I was like, oh, I just said Oakland. But no, it's not. That's not how it works. Cameron Sherman, I guess we'll take him, best available pick, and I keep saying it, and it's literally never true. Stop saying it. And we have no picks remaining. I'm going to trade up for a 7th rounder. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm just going to take whatever punter's in free agency. Jeez, that was bad. We're going to take a look at the guy we grabbed, and we're also going to take a look at some of the guys we missed. Only one hidden development trait player. The rest were just absolute wastes of picks. Walt Hitchens is superstar. Okay, that is massive. I will admit that's what she said. But it's still disappointing that we didn't get any other players that were even halfway decent, let alone, hidden. 78 overall DT, hidden development. Whew. Guy looks like a beast just based on the ratings. Star development, as you would expect. The devs are low, and they're rare. Isaiah Aldridge. Thankfully, we chose who we chose. Lowry could have traded up for him, and we should have. 23 years old, hidden development trade. That would have been massive, especially with how hard it is to draft linemen in these classes. He is star, but still really good. Mike Finley, a different pass rusher. I had him on the list too. Thankfully, we chose who we chose. We had Garfield on the list. He's normal, so I'm not mad. Was Timmy Bradford the guy? Well, if he was, he's solid, but not like, I'm not sad about it. Ben Hurst was one of them, normal as well. I don't remember if one of these DTs was the guy or not, but, it appears that they're not very good anyways, so who cares? Maybe it was Ty Johnson. I don't know. But if it was, it doesn't matter. Wide receivers, Clarence James. We had him on the list, but normal. Ooh, very good, though. Was it Lance Roberts? Oh, it was Lance Roberts. It was 100% Lance Roberts, and he's also 100% hidden development trade. Unless it's X Factor, I really don't think there would have been much that could have made me happy about it. Like, star development trade would have been a backup. Doesn't really matter. The thing I want to see is, can we trade Tavon Young? Can we trade Nick Boyle? Maybe get like a second out of them combined from a team? I don't know, but got to get some value out of some of these players we just don't need as starters. Well, it's not perfect, but we'll find a hidden development trait. Cornerback, who knows, I seen an interesting fella on the trade block. I did not hesitate. A second round this and a fifth round next from Matthew Ioannidis from the Washington football team. Then we make a trade to the Bengals, Tavon Young and Nick Boyle for a second round pick. So we basically flips second round picks from our team to the Bengals, and we add Ioannidis. That's not a bad trade-off. I am mad with that. All right, going into Season 2, the full season of us kind of having control, which I'm not going to say we did a great job because, the interior of the line technically got worse. But we kind of know who we are now. Juju Smith-Schuster, obviously a pretty big addition to the wide receiving group. Looking at the defensive side of things now, Hitchens, not really an improvement, but a long-term improvement with superstar development trait out the gates. A great trade for Matthew Ioannidis, who probably takes the number 1 DT spot after Brandon Williams is gone. As far as corners go, we need a new replacement for Peters maybe this season. Linebackers, I like what we got. I think it's just good enough. And, that's really about it. There's obviously plenty of needs, but still should hopefully be a playoff team. And then, I don't know. Just keep fighting, I guess. There's not one real, I don't really believe in this team this season, but we should do good enough to get upgrades for the guys we do have, and then hopefully we have enough assets to grab a few players that we need. All right, let's get this out of the way now. 7-year, $259, so we saved maybe like a dime. We really didn't save much, but we're going to give it to him. Offer's perfect. Yeah, I wonder why it's perfect, because you're literally draining this team. Mark Andrews gets a contract. I know I almost just had a stroke. 7-year, 6-year deal for Orlando Brown. It's a great 7-year deal. 7-year, 65 was worth it, obviously. Yannick, I don't know, another tag. I'm not really sure what you do there. Elliott gets a re-sign. Ricard gets a re-sign. I think it's Richard, but it's just where's your H? Put your H in there. Maybe I'll take you seriously with that name. And then I don't know why Dan Arnold's the first one on the list. We get Patrick Richard for a 3-year, $13 million deal, I believe. Elliott, we're going to give a long-term deal to. Nice little savings on that one. And then Sheldon Bacon, long-term, screw it. Well, we got Bacon locked up quite a bit, so I'm not mad with that. Bozeman likely gets a year. Let's give him a year as well, screw it. Bozeman gets a year, and our whole D-line is about to be gone, so we're going to save money, but we're going to lose a lot of pass rush talent. Might even lose Yannick, I don't know. Going against the Chiefs for the final week of the season, and we somehow sneak in at 9-7. Once again, the Browns take the division. Lamar's kind of a if again. Dobbins was better, I guess. I don't even know. Juju Smith-Schuster was decent. Marquise Brown, good yards, but no touchdowns. Mark Andrews, been solid both seasons. Duvernay, down season because of the new wide receivers above him. Well, the new wide receiver above him, which now makes 2 above him. O-line was actually really good considering how bad the interior is supposed to be. Queen was solid. Sack totals, Matthew Ioannidis with 11.5. Like, why should I pay Yannick like 15+ mil per year to have 2.5 sacks? Like, just why? I don't understand. Pick totals were really bad. Tucker got a field goal blocked. Don't let that happen again, specifically in the postseason. Yearly awards, I mean, I really don't think there would have been a single one. Yeah, Hitchens was close, but, like, that's it. Well, Stanley, but, like, that doesn't really count. He's an O-lineman. Like, who cares? Yeah, I mean, we're a good enough team to get it done, but our season was not great at all. But crazier things have happened. Let's play these Cleveland Browns. They are an 87 overall. We are an 86 overall. I mean, this is Calais' most likely last ride, and even if it isn't, well, get the hell off the team then. Yeah, I mean, we got Matthew Ioannidis. I don't know what the contract signing is. Ooh, Wolf. There's a bit of snow, obviously. Ray Rice is back in the building. How are you doing? I don't know. Do we welcome him back? I don't know. I feel like if Vic gets a chance again, then clearly Ray Rice should, right? Am I wrong? Cut it out of the video. I don't know everyone's stance. I don't know everyone's stance on the situation. So far, a game of 2 scrubs. I mean, you know, we're very tough fighting here. 3-10. I paused for a second. I farted. And I had to sniff. I had to make sure that we didn't, you know, it wasn't worse than that, you know. 17 all, 8 minutes left, 4 minutes left. It is a close game. And you can see here with 2 minutes left, Baltimore has a chance to give them a last-second chance before overtime. Come on, Baltimore. Looking good. Just win one, right? 4th and 1. They miss it. Tucker, I hate you. Both playoff games that we have lost have been due to Justin Tucker missing very manageable field goals. I get there's some snow and whatnot, but manageable field goals. He just apparently isn't clutch. I mean, you know, we're talking about in-game, but even saying that, it just felt so wrong. I had to say apparently because it just didn't seem right. Of course, as usual with all of our rebuilds, our rushing game is terrible in the postseason. Then again, Dobbins wasn't great in the regular season. How many? Hitchens, my guy, 3 sacks, not bad. Maybe we have something really special with him in the future. Of course, would have won the game if it wasn't for Tucker. Gotta love it. Back. Well, actually, we wouldn't have. Was that the first drive? That might have been the first drive, so I guess it wouldn't have probably mattered, but still. Was it? I don't know. All right, headed to the Super Bowl. It is the Cleveland Browns, in fairness, going against the Cowboys. The Cleveland Browns will win. Yes, indeed, win the Super Bowl. Calais is still here. He is an 84 overall. I mean, we can afford him, but I don't feel like we should. Same with Yannick. I think we're just going to let all these guys go. None of them, well, now Kwan's a low overall. Yeah, none of these guys are worth the money. I just want to get like one decent defensive free agent just because I feel like we have so many defenders to get, and obviously O-line is here. Actually, I mean, I'd rather probably draft defense for pass rush, so if we find an offensive lineman, we'll take him. If not, obviously, we'll go for this. Hitchens was only a superstar. I forgot to look at this. He's an X Factor now, of course. Looking at the offensive side, did we have any dev-ups? We did not. But hey, Hitchens is already an X Factor, and he's already the best player. Well, that and Matthew Ioannidis, who has to play 3 positions. Unlucky, pal. Same pay, triple the jobs. Capitalism. What? All right, so looking at the players in free agency, you got a guy like Jair Alexander. If the Packers can afford him, there's not a chance he goes to free agency. Von Miller could actually be a decent player here for us. Let's see if we can get him. He is higher. It's higher than the Bengals. I think it's worth it for Von. You know, McGlinchey, unless he's really fast, which I don't think he is. Well, he's big. You know what? He's big, but I'm willing to pay. I'm willing to pay for him. I'm going to take Von off there. Hopefully we can find this, you know, a pass rusher that's there just to protect us from any harm that could be done. I don't even know. Like, don't get me wrong, superstar development for Marcus Davenport. The chance of us finding another decent dev pass rusher isn't great, but it's a lot better chance than finding a hidden dev offensive lineman. And James Daniels doesn't have a contract. Interesting, Chicago. We get Herndon and then a McGlinchey, who's probably going to be playing guard. I know it's crazy, but he's kind of athletic, actually. We gave a massive deal to Daniels. I think it was a 7-year 58 or something kind of expensive. We got a backup corner, and we got a backup, well, potentially starter in Ja'Kai Polite. All right, so we got a bunch of well, this guy's not super old, but Damon Harrison, obviously an elderly man here. We got another pass rusher, backup, of course, 24, 65 overall. And then this guy is actually a start development tight end, more of a blocker, I believe, but I'll take what I can get. Now, for our draft board, we have 2 pass rushers that I don't know if they could really even play outside linebacker, but we might have to just take them anyways. Are they both there? They are Isaiah Hunter or Mr. Jaleel Hickson, 4.71 or 4.77 40. It's kind of tough because this guy looks better, but as far as an actual linebacker goes, I feel like Hickson's the better choice. So hopefully we get lucky. And okay, so a 77 overall, no hidden development, but obviously really solid. Be interested to see what the other guys like. But 82 speed, 88 excel for 4.71. You got to imagine the other guy's like barely past 80 speed with that 4.77. And then for this pick, we do have a defensive tackle. And is that the guy that we were going to go for? Parham? I don't even know, but his name's Parham, so he's probably a god. This DT doesn't look amazing, but good power move, decently athletic, good bench press. 23 kind of sucks, especially if he's normal, but let's go for it. And I regret everything, as I would always do going for a DT in the draft. Then we have a corner, and honestly, I don't really think he looks that good. So we're going to go to the 3rd round, and if that center's still there, we might actually reach. I don't know how many more linemen we need, because the free agency was actually really good, but yeah, okay, we're not going to reach that early. Early 6th, maybe next pick. Yeah, pick 10 probably sounds pretty decent. We trade down with the Vikings. What do they get? Darian Brown, okay. Pick 10 in the 4th might be that wide receiver. George McIntosh, 6th rounder or 5th round, whatever, we'll take him. 68 overall, normal, decent bit of potential, but obviously for us, probably not worth it. As far as that center goes, hopefully he's decent. Mr. Colin Gallagher, I mean, everything looks great, and he is not great. Wow, gotta love the normal development traits. Love it, E8. We're going to trade down with the Vikings again. They actually gave us another really good pick. I guess the purple teams stick together. Going to try to extend this draft a little bit. We're going to trade down again, maybe get a next year pick, which we do. And then 17th in the 7th, we're going to end up taking a fullback because, of course, Patrick Ricard or Richard will not be here forever. This guy looks very good, and I was about to say could be our first and only hit in here, but nope, not even there. As far as what we missed, it was the cornerback. I can't remember his name. And then the D-end, I think it was Parham. I mean, Hickson's good. 77 overall is just, I mean, that's about it. Or maybe it was Reggie Nash. No, it was definitely not Reggie Nash because he was fast. Oh, it was Hunter, actually. 78 overall, normal. Yeah, I mean, he's really solid with power move. That speed would have never worked for outside. Even 82 speed's a little low, but yeah. So, I mean, there's some really good D-ends, especially for their overall. This guy would have actually been better. I looked at this. I didn't see this guy. He definitely wasn't a guy that looked that good. So unless he was like red or something, I don't know. Maybe we could find the corner. Probably not, though. Was this guy Lonnie Traylor? If it was, he's not worth it anyways. Was it Morse, maybe? Doubt it. I mean, if it was any of those guys, they weren't worth it. Because obviously they're not hidden. So many normals, man. It hurts. But at least it was a good pick. I don't think any of the other picks were really good in general, but the pass rusher definitely was. The DT, though, not really. We trade Bozeman to the Jets for a 5th round pick. All right, going into year 3, the team has made the playoffs each year. They have not won a single game, though. Definitely a lot of potential, but you're also seeing a lot of lacking of devs. I mean, Star is great and all, but Superstar is where, obviously, the men are separated from the boys. And there's a lot of talent, and we've had a couple of close seasons, a couple of close calls. I thought maybe even Mark Andrews would have been Superstar by now, but he hasn't. Hopefully Dobbins can get something going. As far as the defensive side of things, there are some lackings, but Hickson, I think, is obviously, as far as the draft goes, I mean, unless you got a top 5, top 10 pick, you can't really ask for much better. This is a really good draft pick. Of course, I say that, but he is kind of built strangely. Like, decent strength for a finesse guy, but all he has is bull rush, but he's a finesse type. I don't understand that at all. D-line, there are some obvious needs. You know, Bacon kind of is like a career number 3, but he's got potential, I guess. As far as Peters goes, he's done for after this season, almost guaranteed. And then, of course, the money is becoming an issue. Strong safety. There's a lot of different positions we can upgrade, but the offense should definitely have enough talent to hold the rest of the team up. All right, we have some re-signings. Matthew Ioannidis. I mean, if I knew that was going to be an issue right out the gate, I don't know if I would have traded for him. I'm going to go with a 5-year for Marquise because 6-year, I don't know if he's ever going to actually dev up. Jalen Ferguson's going to be gone. Sam Cook is going to be retired. Justice Hill, I kind of like Justice Hill. I'm going to give him a 3-year. I think that's pretty fair for him. Good offer. Miles Boykin, maybe. We'll see. And then, like I said, I think Peters has got to go. I think he's just going to regress too hard. A 2-year for Matthew Ioannidis isn't terrible. Let's give it to him. All right, headed to the playoffs. And let me tell you, the division has been solid. Of course, we did not win the last game. We'll show you how solid it is in a moment with the 12-4 Browns and Bengals. Of course, of all teams, the Steelers are the ones that are very far down the list. I don't even know what to tell you. Got destroyed by the Browns, which obviously hurts. Regular season, that's what it looks like. Wild card against the Texans. Okay, interesting. The Texans, they might be able to turn it around. Lamar Jackson, speaking of turning around, finally a solid season. 42 touchdowns, 12 picks, 4,300 yards. Rushing, the touchdowns weren't there for Dobbins. Technically, 8 touchdowns is not bad, though. 1,010 yards, not too shabby. Geis did pretty damn well. Juju Smith-Schuster, that should be superstar development trade. Brown, probably not. Andrews, it might actually be, because tight ends are a lot harder to dev up. Well, they're not harder to dev up, but the stats are harder to get, so they get a better chance at deving up from stats like that. As far as sacks go, just absolutely atrocious all across the board. Outside of, I suppose, Matthew Ioannidis and Harrison were decent. Picks, Marlon Humphrey was great. Clark was all right, and then a couple of picks from some of the other guys. Hickson getting a pick, okay. Tucker, a guy that I don't know what is wrong with him in Sim, but he's just not great in Sim. Missed 3 out of 12 kicks, which is very high for him, especially considering the percentage. And look at this, the number 1 MVP and then the close second to MVP playing each other in the wild card round should be fun. Rookie of the Year awards, they got a Rookie of the Year for defense as well. Lamar Jackson was the best pure quarterback, though. As far as running backs, Dobbins at 8. Receivers, Juju Smith-Schuster at 2. O-line, number 1 and number 8. Not bad at all. Looking at the D-line, obviously not. Linebacker, obviously not. DB, maybe kind of high up there. Number 6. Kicking, really shouldn't even be on the list, and he was barely at number 10. Considering there's only like 16 kickers that are really eligible technically. That's not great. Once again, 10-6 for both teams. We're in 88, they're in 82. Please just win one game. I want to see some progression. Once again, there are holes on the team without a doubt, but I need to see some progression anyways, and nice perfectly cut out square for the wild card round. Here we are, the Raiders beating the Chiefs. We've seen that a few times over, I wouldn't even say over the years, but like this year, I guess. I don't know about over the years. I don't know the numbers, but don't think recently they've done super well, right? Before this year? I don't know. Raiders are a strange team. All right, going to the end of the game. We are up by 3. No score from us, or apparently there was a score. And then we give up 2 touchdowns rapidly. Relax, please. 17-20, very interesting score. 20 all at half. I will say our defense isn't super great, so it wouldn't surprise me to be putting up, giving up these kind of points. And this is not looking good for us. It looks like we're about to give up the winning drive. 30. That's game. Randall Cobb of all players too. And for the 3rd straight year, the Baltimore Ravens are knocked out of the first round of the playoffs. At this point, John Harbaugh, I wouldn't say he'd be, kicked from the team. They release him or they cut him, but something's got to give. I mean, this many years in a row to be knocked out that quick is just unacceptable. And then, of course, sack totals, almost, about half of our entire season sack totals in this one game alone, and we still ended up losing. Love it. Here is the Super Bowl. The Browns are back in it again. Somehow the Eagles are here. That should be a guarantee for the Browns, right? Back-to-back Super Bowls for the Browns. Nice. All right, for re-sign. Actually, no, not re-signing. We have potential dev-ups. And we get... Oh, we do get. Mark Andrews was a part of it. Like I said, jukebox and reach for it. I don't really care too much. Superstar development traits. Like we said, though, tight end's easier to get. So, just saying, balance beam and route technician. And I forgot to look at defense. I didn't forget. I just backed out too far. But interesting stuff. Looking at the defensive side of things, Hickson does go to star, which is, it's pretty big. I'll take it. Didn't really have a great season, but here he is at star development trade. And then that's pretty much it. There's nothing really else. So, okay, fair enough. I'll take the dev-ups. I'll take the dev-ups, even with a disappointing loss on the season. Marcus Peters now with... he's decent, but he's not worth re-signing, I don't think. He didn't drop too badly, but... this can't afford everyone anyway, so we're going to let everyone on the list go, see if we can get rid of any new players, and, kind of see what we're rocking with before we do anything in free agency. We might be able to just barely afford this team at this rate. Yeah, I've seen the names we have to re-sign, and outside of maybe like one backup or two for positions that we might actually have to let go. Ooh, Tyreek is a freak. Outside of... Wait, I can actually change the abilities even though he's not in mine. Interesting. Look at how good he is. That's absurd. But yeah, outside of maybe some backups, we really can't afford to spend any money. We got some guys we have to re-sign next year for sure. We already got Redwine. Now we have Amani Hooker looking to replace Chuck Clark. Needs a contract after this season, so we might even get rid of him before the next season starts. We get another backup running back. We get a backup linebacker and another backup corner. We got some good backups and some potential new starters coming up. Joey Sly. Cook is going to be the new punter, as the other Cook, did actually retire. Brockers did not accept, and Jalen Ferguson returns. All right, so we have pick 23 in the first round. I really don't know what to go for. We have another pass rusher, but obviously that's not really needed. Is he even a pass rusher? 2'3", 6 foot tall. It kind of looks like a coverage guy. I really don't know, but I want this DT, even though his strength's low. And I want the safety, I suppose. He's 6'4". We're going to go for the safety, hope for the best. And he is hidden. 72 overall. Says we reached. Definitely good pick. Going to be our starting strong safety. Most likely, actually, this season. Let's keep moving around. See if we can see that linebacker. I don't know if he's a pass rusher or whatever he is. Probably going to be a low overall, though, so don't really know. Glenn Russell to the Texans. James Randolph to the Lions. 77 overall. Wide receiver for the Eagles. Eagles fans would love it. And linebacker's still there. Good wide receiver to the Broncos. It looks like we made a bad decision not going for a wide receiver, it would seem. Was that the DT? He's not the DT. Sharif Cunningham. Let's make a trade up here to the Niners. Speaking of DT, we give them 55 Cunningham and 123 for pick 39, which of course will be a DT. Hopefully it's better than the Atlanta Falcons guy. Sharif Cunningham, the skills are really what's drawn us in, and we fail again. This guy's even worse than the guy we had before. Kinda. Like, his power move's good, but obviously his strength is really low. I was going to go with Vince Peters here, but of course you can see the Browns took him of all players, so that's going to be something we might have to deal with for the next, I don't know how many years. Can't wait to see if he's good. We have a bunch of running backs, and Dobbins needs a contract. I don't really think he's played well enough to deserve that contract, so I don't know. We'll probably take one or two of those running backs and see if we maybe get lucky. I'm going to trade this pick down. I don't like this. All right, so first up, late fourth, we're going to reach for this center. I think he has good enough potentials, and forget anything I said. He is actually pretty solid for, being what he is, which was not a good pick because he's not hidden. But yeah, I could have had more. Mason Samuels, a lot of potential. We'll take him now. 68 overall, normal, and like I said, a lot of potential. That catching does suck, but yeah, a lot of potential. Probably never becomes anything for us, but here we are. Got a couple of fifth-round picks. Might actually just reach for these guys now. Parker Rogers, good top skills, pretty damn fast. We'll take him. 73 overall, not a bad pick at all. Very fast, lots of potential. Of course, injury and stamina issues, but definitely a bit of a steal on that one. And now we will take the... I know that it's really strange because this guy looks like the better player technically, but this guy's faster. So I'm going to go with the fast trucking stiff arm guy, CJ Barner, who I feel like is the exact name that one of the Panthers running backs used to have, right? CJ Barner? Or is it TJ? Can John Barner? I don't remember. And the other running back is there, so Raymond Cannon, the other guy, will take him as well. He's way worse, and overall, definitely versatile, though. Both are good backs, but neither probably will have a chance at all to start for us. Another kind of bad draft, depending on how good that safety is. And we really didn't add much for next year. We didn't lose anything for next year, but we added like a 5th, maybe a 7th as well. That's pretty much it. But here we are at the draft recap. Of course, we finally did get a hit in at least, which is... I suppose it's good. He's probably going to only be star, but here we are. I'm going to move him to strong safety. Oh, he's already strong safety. Never mind. And, okay, maybe not. Superstar development. Okay, so I would have loved to obviously have way more, way more better hidden players. But we only got one. But it's fine because he actually was pretty good. Cornerback Dale. 80 overall hidden. This is literally like a Patrick Peterson clone, just about. What's that development? If it's X Factor, that's like the best corner we've seen all year. Star, okay. Yeah, not a lot of good devs, so we haven't been able to use the old, that's the best guy I've ever seen in a draft phrase, because most of them are kind of trash. Kavanaugh to the Buccaneers, okay, cool. I don't know if David Hurts was the guy. Nah, it definitely wasn't. He was 24. Was it Quinn Crowder? Don't think so. Was it Crockett? Was it Shields? Now, our guy was 6 foot tall, flat. Was it Dent? It wasn't him, but another hidden. Was it Morton? I don't know who the hell the guy was. Was it Redding? Not a lot of great players here, though. You know, the ones that we had on our list. Just another tough one. All right, Chuck Clark to the Eagles for a 5th round pick, and that pretty much settles our roster for the start of Season 4. All right, here we are, Year 4. You know, not a whole lot has changed on the offensive side of things. We tried to pick up some running backs, didn't really work out. Just going to keep getting better with the guys we have. Of course, Smith-Schuster and Andrews go up to superstar, and then on the defensive side of things, Patrick Queen, he's developing nicely. I wish it would happen a little bit faster, but, I mean, it's totally fine. 86 overall now. Yeah, you can't really ask for much more, right? You know, he's 24, 86. It's totally worth it. Byers, superstar development, strong safety. We need a new corner. Bacon might be better, actually. We're going to put him at number 2. Still need D-line. We've been drafting a DT decently high back-to-back years now. Can't get a damn lucky break. Of course, with pass rushers, we should be fine on the linebacker side. We just got to keep, you know, having decent years, and hopefully it turns into something, I guess. All right, we got some re-signings. One of them being Justin Tucker. Even though I don't think he's playing... Well, wait. First, we got to make sure we have enough money for everyone else. So, Patrick Queen, we're going to give him a long-term deal. Pay this man for all of his hard efforts, being the only decent linebacker on the team. Sorry. I didn't know you were there, Malik. I apologize. I don't really know too much about what we could do with Malik. I'm going to give him a 3-year deal. Maybe look at that position in the future. Really, it's not the biggest need right now, so I'm going to try to just deal with that. Duvernay, not actually asking for a lot. We'll give him a 4-year deal. 4-year 22. Dobbins, not asking for a lot either, even though he's not playing well. We'll give him like a 5-year. And we can afford Tucker. We'll give him a 2-year deal. 2-year 10.1. And, I mean, that worked out actually pretty damn well. All right, heads to the playoffs. We had a really good start to the season, but we kind of slid a bit, and it was still good. Okay, we did win the last 2. Look at this damn division. It's literally like a repeat. I got to show you guys we aren't cheating, because, like, this is literally basically a copy and paste of last season, but obviously this time we're the ones on top. Where's the other one? Browns. Obviously, it wouldn't be forced winning for the Browns because they've already won 2-3 Super Bowls here. Let's go to the stats now. Lamar Jackson, really good stuff. 40 touchdowns, 13 picks, 4,300 yards. Rushing, Geis, please stop it. Dobbins, really good yards per carry, good yards. Getting robbed, though, by Geis, who has, I mean, he's actually playing pretty damn well, too. Marquise Brown could go up to superstar. Andrews, maybe to X Factor. Smith-Schuster, unlikely to X Factor. O-line, pretty solid stuff, you know, under 6 per player. Sack totals, Hickson with 8.5, and then Hitchens with 7.5, not bad at all. Matthew Ioannidis with 6, and then we don't, you know, we're kind of lacking outside of that. Sheldon Bacon with the most interceptions. Patrick Queen with 2. Kicking, 1 block, only missed 1 on his own outside of that. So, I mean, not bad at all. Cam Newton, 6-10 MVP win for the Packers. What even is going on? Drew Brees is with the Titans. I mean, okay, dude. I'm not going to ask any more questions. Any award wins? Someone had to win one, right? Lamar at 2. Dobbins at 9. Marquise at 3. Juju at 7. O-line number 1 and 2 and 6 and 8. Nice. D-line, no. Linebacker could be in the top 10. Damn, we did not. DB in the top 10? No. And then kicker number 5. Okay, that's a little surprising. Here we are going on to the divisional round. Once again, for this team, I'm going to go over it because we could actually win the Super Bowl here, which is, it's kind of strange. Like I said, what direction would the Ravens go? We can't really tell what they're going to do in real life. As far as Dobbins goes, I think he was just good enough, but was he 89 overall good enough? I don't think so. So going forward, I think we're going to drop those running back sliders to maybe 120, maybe 125. Of course, Lamar, he has had pretty good seasons over the last 2. So, obviously deserves it, and he's still lacking. 93, 93, 95 is great, but it's not 99. And looking at his abilities, tight out, meh. Jukebox, nice. Quick draw, nice. Fast break, meh. And then escape artist, pretty damn good abilities. But yeah, I mean, the big additions were the guards. I know McGlinchey's technically a tackle, but athletic enough to play guard, obviously, with 70 speed, 79 excel, and then James Daniels playing left guard. I mean, this is hands down, without a doubt, the best O-line in football. This O-line alone could easily make the worst of offenses put up 30 points a game. It really could. Because this O-line alone, I mean, any quarterback should have a pretty damn good time seeing the field. And then you look at the defensive side of things. Hitchens was obviously a massive addition when we drafted him. 95 finesse now, 86 speed, 93 excel. I mean, we did pretty well. Obviously, there's some things that we're lucky to have the basis for, like Marlon Humphrey. Our cornerback position would be so bad if it wasn't for Marlon already being here. But 90 overall Ravens, 86 overall Chargers. I say all this stuff, and ironically, we'll probably lose the first game again, and then we'll do a final season for year 5. Let's be honest. Oh, the Browns already... This is the year, boys. The Bengals are a really good team in Sim, but this is the year. We don't have to face the Browns if we win. Come on, Baltimore. Please. Right to left is us. We put up 10 total so far in the first half. 17-7. Really good stuff. I mean, we locked them down in the first half after that touchdown nicely. 31-14. And we're finally going to win a damn postseason game. 38-14. Whew, that was finally over the slump. Of course, looking at their team, Justin Herbert. 1 touchdown, 1 pick, 189 yards, 54% completion percentage. But you look at Lamar, that is the type of game we wanted to see. Almost 400 passing, 4 touchdowns, 0 picks, 70% completion percentage. Had a little bit on the ground to go as well. Dobbins, not great, but good enough. Geis is honestly played like the better back, but I mean, it's a little too late for that. Marquise Brown, 9 for 117 with a touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, 6 for 38, but he did have 2 touchdowns. Duvernay played a big part. Dobbins in the receiving game was nice. So what can you really ask for? Mark Andrews had a pretty damn solid, consistent game as well. Sack totals. Hitchens with 2.5. 1.5 for Hickson. Matthew Ioannidis with 1. Pick totals. Gary and Connolly with a pick. Really good team effort. That was just a clean win from us. We were very solid. And against a pretty damn good, Chargers team. Herbert's got to be in the 90s by now. And like we said, no Browns, so it's the Bengals versus us. Team leader. What is this going to be? What? A, we don't even know if we're going to be in the Super Bowl. B, Calais, I'm almost certain, has retired. You do, UEA. I think we've all given up at this point. 91 overall Ravens, 89 overall Bengals. They have Von Miller, so basically, instead of us getting Von Miller, we let him go, and then he went to a division rival to help them win. That's just great. All right, going to the end of the game. Is that us? Yeah, defense did a thing, and then we give up a massive one to Joe Mixon. Touchdown there to bounce back. 14-10. This is a bit of a fight. Please, Cincy, stop. Here's the thing. Baltimore has deserved it more than you guys. We've deserved it more. I haven't looked at their team in fairness, but I imagine we've deserved it more. We've been through too much, and we've had too much pain, and we're on to the Super... Right? Wait a minute. We're on to the Super Bowl. Baltimore wins over the Cincinnati Bengals, and we're going to be playing against the Washington football team or the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Jackson, obviously not as good as last time. Burrow, really solid performance. Dobbins... He did have a long run, obviously. Mix it with a 98-yarder. What a weird game. 98-yard run that, like, we're only going to run it 4 more times with Mixon. Okay. Dobbins, really good. Geis was solid again as well. Receiving, Mark Andrews just so consistent. And then looking at the defensive side of things, of course, Hitchens with another sack. He's been the guy. Hilton with a pick. Perfect for Tucker. And once again, we move on to the big stage. Maybe there won't be a year 5. I really thought we were going to choke this because that's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. Also see if we have any dev-ups. I think Marquise Brown would be up for one, and then maybe... Ooh! I'm not going to get too excited, but Washington, they're 15-1. Looking at dev-ups, Marquise Brown does go to Superstar. No dev-up for Andrews as expected. Deep in and Slot-O-Matic, not bad actually. Defensive side of things, Matthew Ioannidis. That makes things interesting. Superstar development trade for him. He doesn't regress because of it, right? Yeah, so okay. I mean, that's pretty interesting. No one else got dev ups, but fair to me. I will take all of them. We will get our 2 upgrades in. We'll let the AI deal with it, whatever. 13-3 versus 15-1. They are an 87 overall. We're in 92 overall. Todd Gurley's an X Factor again. Hassan Reddick's an X Factor. What the hell is going over there in Washington? What the hell's going on? Please do not become a meme, Baltimore. Don't let it happen. And their quarterback is Baker Mayfield. As you will. We drove down, but we did not score. That is a big missed opportunity. We get 7 this time. 7-3, 7-10. 14-10. Ooh, right before half, and they get the touch. That is huge. Missed opportunities, and Tucker, stop missing field goals and extra points. Baltimore's going to do it. They're going to do it. Baltimore finally wins the Super Bowl. So we go from, was it 3 straight one-and-done playoff seasons to all the way through after a bye week. The bye weeks, I mean, it's huge. It's clutch. As you can see here, it was enough for us to win the Super Bowl. And I'm obviously very proud of these guys. Once again, we struggled a little bit in the draft. It just felt like, I don't know, it didn't go fast because obviously it was like 4 seasons, 3.5, 4 seasons. But with the way the draft was, because we always had like 1 to 2 high picks that were just never starting on the team, it just felt like we didn't really build much to the draft, even though we obviously tried to. O-line was just terrible. And, free agency was the big ticket. It was the big ticket item. With Juju Smith-Schuster going from his rival. That's kind of where the Steelers went wrong. It seems like as soon as they got rid of Juju Smith-Schuster, that's where it went all bad for them. But of course, obviously, it all worked out in the end. I think the thing that made this the best for us is that we had just enough on defense. Just enough. We always had a dominant DT. We always had Queen, obviously. We always had at least one solid pass rusher. And then we always obviously had Marlon Humphrey. I don't know if I mentioned him or not. And then, of course, Elliott, kind of sneaky, but pretty solid throughout most of the seasons. And then now we obviously have the superstar strong safety, and Ioannidis is now a superstar. And there's lots to be happy for if you're a Baltimore fan in this one. Baker Mayfield, 2 touchdowns, 0 picks. Kind of a similar game, but more accurate from Lamar. Rushing, Dobbins was pretty solid with 2 touchdowns. Again, he did fumble, though. Lamar with a rushing touchdown on top of it. Receiving, Marquise Brown, he carried 8 for 153 with 2 touchdowns. Could maybe made an argument for him to be the MVP of the game. Obviously, Lamar Jackson with the rushing touchdown helps. But, yeah, obviously a very solid Super Bowl win. A little back and forth at times, a couple of mistakes. Look at John Franklin Myers. Literally never mentioned him at all. And 2 sacks in the big game. What a legend. But, yeah, I mean, it's just... That game was so unpredictable. We drove all the way down. Nothing happened. And... It was a strange one, but I don't care how strange it is. I will take it. That's literally me in the strip club. What? Let's... Is Calais on the team and I just forgot? Maybe he is on the team. Maybe I'm wrong. Where is... I'm going to laugh so hard if Calais is actually retired. This is going to be so stupid. I mean, I don't see Calais anywhere. Are we getting scenarios for players that aren't even in the freaking league? Okay, let's talk to him. You're not on the team. You're not in the league. I don't. What do you mean? Let's go, world champs. Yeah, I mean, sure, but newsflash: Calais doesn't have a Super Bowl ring, buddy. Where's the retirement tab? Maybe he was on the team. I did offer a re-sign. Oh, maybe he was. Maybe I'm on drugs. Maybe he was there. I didn't see him, though. It wouldn't let me start him. Are they sure? I offered him a contract and never said he accepted. I never signed him in free agency. I didn't see him. He wasn't, we started some randomer at DT at one point. Maybe I'm on drugs. I really do not know what the hell just happened. And of course, you can see we did not, restart or force win or anything like that. Regardless, strange ending. But hopefully you guys did enjoy. Once again, likely to be a stream tonight around maybe 10 or so p.m. Central Standard Time on twitch.tv/Jeromepkr. Not exactly sure what we're going to do. Yeah, I think we might do Bulldogs. I think we'll do Bulldogs and then something on the PS5. Something. I don't know. Regardless, though, thanks for watching. If you did enjoy, maybe leave a like. Subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. Second channel, PKR Plays. Maybe follow me on twitch.tv/Jeromepkr. That's where the stream would be. And if you have a team for, a suggestion for a team in the future and or maybe a rebuild idea, let me know in the comment section below. Regardless, thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys come back for next video. But until next video, see ya. Come on, take it, dude. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be collecting a spider stack. I'm just going to say that. I'm catching spider stacks here. Oh, he coomed. Oh, I've got the force. You want to see something good? Watch this. Manly.